Brothers Racing, and first things first, I've heard that you are actually, this is not your first movie, that
No.
you were a part of Talladega Nights.
Yes,
with
we
Will
were.
Ferrell, right?
Yes. Yep.
Please tell me about that. That's amazing.
I tell you what, it was a small bit part, almost like the little guy walking by in a normal movie that just blinks at the camera. They were filming a fair amount of racing action on the track, and I don't know, we might have got about a half second in that movie, but that's our claim to fame.
Yeah, absolutely. So how did you get involved with racing? How long have you been racing? I mean, tell me about your passion with it.
Yeah, well, we started back in 1988, and we were going to run local track like Flat Rock, like we're at right here, and we just so happened to bump into Buddy Arrington, who had an old Winston Cup car for sale, and it was too old to run in Cup, but we could run it in Arca. The price was right, so I went home and signed a bunch of those "you've been pre-approved for a loan" things and mailed them in, got the money, and came and got the car, and we've been running Arca ever since.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So I wrote, directed the independent feature film called A Story Worth Living.
Okay.
And we are so excited to be sponsoring with Smith Brothers Racing. And it's a completely fiction drama based on mental health.
Okay.
And just wondering, when you hear the words mental health, what do they mean to you? Perhaps pertain to your own life or a loved one's life?
I'll tell you what, it brings a lot of different thoughts. The first one is, there's a lot of things going on in the world right now that are mentally health driven. The first thing is getting over that stigma of it, even admitting that there's a mental health issue. I think that's 50% of the problem, is people not recognizing there's a problem. And then, once you do recognize there is, there have been so many budget cuts and things like that that have affected mental health programs that it's kind of a shame where we're at right now. And a lot of people are almost on their own when it comes to mental health. There's a lot of good doctors out there, and people eventually get to see them, but it just doesn't seem like we have that good path to a cure, or at least a good treatment.
Right, and absolutely, that's why I wanted to write my movie actually about mental health, just because it's a conversation that needs to be had.
Absolutely.
I've been doing vendor fairs since 2019, and people would come up to me and tell me their stories, and at first I was not prepared for it, but now I am, and I'm realizing that people are just looking for an outlet to talk about it. And essentially, if my fiction drama film, if that kind of is what starts the conversation, I'm really grateful for that.
That'd be great.
So,
and we'd be happy to help you start that conversation.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. So again, we're here with Smith Brothers Racing, and we are so excited to be sponsoring with them. If you want to give the plug and tell everyone what's happening.
Well, we're just getting ready to go to Kansas for our final Arca race of the season. Right now we're 5th in points, and it looks like that's where we'll finish the season, which will be our best season ever. We're really excited. It's going to be on MAV TV, the final race of the season, and we'll see what happens.
Awesome. Well, best of luck to you, and
Thank you.
yeah, I can't wait to see the car in action.
Thank you.